Hello, happy Mother's Day. Hi. How are you into me? Shares prevailing issues. Booyah. How you about follow prevailing issues? Because I don't know what's wrong with prevailing issues. How are you? Happy Mother's Day to all the good mothers, all the brilliant mothers, all the virtuous wives. Yes, all the good ones. Ẹ̀yin ìyá rere, ìyá lálùbáríkà. Are you a good mother to your children? A good question. Yes. Please help me to share this program. I said I was going to share it tonight. Just like, what's wrong with you, Ajoke? Yes, I went out to have a good time with my family. Yeah, with my girls. I had a good time with them. God bless all our children. Let me quickly share. Say, what is wrong with me? Why is Ajoke forgetting how to share? What is wrong with me? Help me to share it to help our condition. Share it. We all have one or two things to take home every time we have our program. You remember? We have one or two things to take home. So please help me to share it. Ejo, help my condition. Prevailing issues with Ajoke Niger Styles, okay? Now, ain't Amy, we're sharing it now. Yes, let's ask ourselves, how has it been today? Happy Mother's Day to all mothers, all struggling mothers all over the world, all enduring mothers, all the single ladies playing the role of a father and the mother, all the married one in quotes that are still playing the role of the father and the mother. I wish us all the best. By His grace, we all shall reap the fruits of our labors in the mighty name of Jesus. We will not do it just for fun. No. Our children will call us blessed by His grace. If God live it, if there is God, all our labor will not go in vain. My sisters on board, I want you to call yourselves and let's speak as mothers. May we not work in vain. May we not labor in vain over our children. Today is Mother's Day. I thank God. I'm with my family. It's not everyone that's with their children or husband or as a family. And it is not everyone of us as parents, as mothers especially, that are having it as mothers. I do tell people, when you're looking for the fruit of the womb and it seems as if God has forgotten you, I want you to use this day as a day to reflect. If God has given you a child, a problematic child, how would you feel? I pray that none of our children will be a source of sorrow to us in the mighty name of Jesus. As parents, as mothers, most especially, for those of you that are being celebrated by your children, I pray and I continue to pray that you will not weep over any of them in the mighty name of Jesus. It's a big deal to see this day. To see children coming out to say, Mom, you're blessed. To see children celebrating you, taking you out for lunch, dinner, gifting you. A lot are looking for such favor. I have a sister that has been looking unto the Lord for over 15 years or 10 years that she's been married. When God answered her, she had 4 at once. Quadruplets, 4 at once. God, I am using this day to ask God to stand in between those that are looking for the fruit of the womb. That God in his infinite mercy will see you through this journey in the mighty name of Jesus. Please help me to type. Let me know you. I can see people watching, but I want you to type and say amen. Let me see that you're watching. May God in his infinite mercy answer you all in the mighty name of Jesus. Now, back to the story of what we are talking about, Mother's Day. I want to encourage so many women. Of course, so many of us have been in marriages for quite some time, and we know what it takes to be married. I'm not a marriage counselor, so I might not be able to even give you the advice. But somebody that has been there, that has seen it all. When I say I've seen it all, believe it, I've seen it all. I can have 1 or 2 things to let you know about it. Look, marriage is not a bed of roses, and we go through a lot. Concerning our children as mothers, as a mother that I am, I want to encourage you. Are you having one of your children that is problematic? Are you having any issue at all with any one of them and you feel like a failure? Today is to celebrate you as a woman that has stood through thick and thin. So many of us are in marriages, like I said, you're on your own in training up those children. But if it comes out well for those children, your husband accepts them. Woni omotoba da omuniti baba. Eiti oda yaloni. Meaning a good child belongs to the father. But the bad one, it's you, mom, that owns that child. And they come to us, yes, your children are always celebrating you. Because we are teachers. We are the cook. We are the tailors. To be when their clothes, when they are going to school and anything happens to their clothes, we sew. Yeah? We are teachers because we are always there to see to the assignments. That's a good woman, not the bad ones. We are all over them. We are their prayer warrior. When things get tough, it is you, mom, that sits down having sleepless nights to pray over your children. We are the nurse. We are the doctor. Yeah. Every night, this person cannot sleep. I will not sleep. Okay, now, use paracetamol. I will take it to the GP. I will do. That is motherhood. The joy of a mother is seeing her children being good, being healthy. You have tried your best as a mother. You've done all you can as a mother. I want to tell you one thing tonight. You are not a failure if any of the children becomes what they want to become. I pray the Lord will give us peace of minds over our children. I'm saying this as a mother who is going through something. And I pray that the Lord Almighty will heal all our hearts, no matter what we're going through in life. Sometimes you sit down and feel like, have I failed as a mother? No, you have not failed. You have done your best as a mother. You ensure your children go to school. You ensure you provide for them. You ensure you are there with them 24/7. You are not a mother that leaves them on their own to do things. We know so many mothers that are, drunk, that are drug addicts or whatsoever. You are not Tony Shotumi. Thank you for commenting. Thank you, ma. You are not a mother like that. You've tried all you can to ensure that you get your children to a place that you can call, yes, I'm comfortable. Those that their children are better than yours, they are not, they have not done better than yourself as a woman. But it's only God that answers prayer. I have a woman that called me that said, yeah, her daughter is doing obìnrin àtọkùnrin. You know, I'm a social worker, and I accept gay marriage, I accept lesbianism because it's a choice. This is a choice. Do you understand? However, when somebody comes to you and tell you certain things, you still speak to them about it. Enlighten them, because sometimes they don't understand what it means. But back in Africa, back in where I'm coming from, I'm a Nigerian. It's like, it's a taboo. Báwo lọmọ mi ṣe máa bá obìnrin ṣe? Ọmọ mi obìnrin tó ń bá obìnrin ṣe. Look, you have laid your principles. You have trained them in the way of the Lord. Yeah? You've done all you can as parents, especially as a mother. She said she can't even imagine it, that her daughter, is, you know what I mean? And her husband is like, yeah, that's your daughter. That's what you have brought up. The only thing you can give me is this. Meanwhile, they have 4 children. Just one. That has decided to be who she wants to be. A choice. Almost 26. A choice. And a father is now putting the blame on you as a mother. Come on. Don't be worried. Honestly, it's painful. Certain things when you see your kids going the way that you have not trained them. Toyin, you said being a mother is overwhelming, but God will see us through. Amen. It's painful that you're seeing your children going the other way. You're training them right, they're going left. But as a mother, I'm coming as a mother to you. You have done well. If your conscience tells you you have done well, have you ever abandoned your children for a party? Have you ever abandoned your children in their rooms and you're on your own and you are not looking after them? Have you not been checking on them to talk to them to know about their mental health? If you have been doing that, you are a woman. You have done it. I do tell women, look, it's not enough giving them money alone. Look after them. Speak to them. Make them your friends. You are my friend. At least you can confide in me. Speak to me as a mother. Speak to me as a friend. What is the problem you're having? What is it I can help you with? So if I've been training you up, speaking to you, talking to you all the time, and you decide to take the lifestyle you choose, it's your choice as a mother, as an individual. Why would you take that blame on you? So many of us have condemned ourselves so much that like, I have failed as a mother. I have failed seeing my son taking substances. I have failed. But look, you have not failed. You have done your best to support that person, that individual that you call a son or a daughter. But that is the choice they have chosen. What can you do? Especially for those of you living abroad. Do not subject yourself to depression. No. Life goes on. One thing about gay marriage, lesbianism, here in the United Kingdom, it's not a crime. It's no big deal. It's the choice. So for parents going through that, I really want to use this opportunity to tell you that, look, it's their choice. You've done well as a mother. You've tried your best. You've given them your own belief about it. I really don't want to go too deep into that. But it is their choice. And we can't fault it. Human rights, they have it. They're entitled to choose their choice. They're entitled to choose their gender. Let's support them in whichever way we can. I just want to encourage you as women. So many women that have been divorced and they look at themselves or separated from a man. And because of those children that we are looking after right from childhood, because they always say it's difficult for women to move on after divorce and separation. For men, they have no trailer that they are carrying now. So it's easier for them to move on time. But for women, it's not as easy as it is, as people are proclaiming. No. I've got women, so many of them that will tell you, I find it difficult to move on because I can't leave my children. And the man I met said, I have to leave my children with my grandmother or with my mother. I can't go with them. So you can imagine the sacrifice we make as women. Or when there is nothing at home and they are crying day and night, but you will be there. All these alabaru women that you see out there. I do every month, I give whatever I have to my big sister in Nigeria. God bless her. To help me give the needy. And there was one of them, just last 2-3 days ago, they called my sister that she was late. A single mom of 3. Yeah, a single mom of 3. She was struggling on her own. Where is the man that put her through that? You will say, of course, some of them will sleep with anybody. No, it's not always like that. Some men are very, very useless. No other name. Some believes that, yeah, I've tried for you. You have my children. You take care of them. And some will believe that, look, I've done my best. And that is what I have. That's what I have. And that is it. And they go their way. But a woman will not look at her children sleeping without eating. She will become anything. A bricklayer to see those children through school, through university. Very few men would you see doing that. But women will do anything to sustain her children to get to where she wants them to be. How many of us, women, please, if you've done all this as a woman, Believe me, God is your strength every time. Remember, you have your life to live. As a single person, because I've seen so many women that will say, Auntie Ajoke, I don't even know. Where will I put the children? Where will I? The children will grow. They will get married or move to the uni. From uni, they have their own lives. What happens to you? You need you as a woman. Don't be deceived. Do not be deceived. You have done your best to ensure that your children have the best education whatsoever. The little you have, you sustain yourself with them. So what matters to you too is your own happiness too. And I said, kudos to you women that you have seen your children through all this turbulent time. Now, we saw this news going viral. This news going viral about the richest woman in Nigeria, Folorunsho Alakija. Yeah. Folorunsho Alakija happens to be the richest woman in Nigeria. Today we are all celebrating Mother's Day. Today she's celebrating being free from a particular man that she has been married to for over 30 years. What can make a woman decide at over 60? This woman should be about 65, if I'm not mistaken. If at that age, a woman decides to walk out of a marriage and you think something is not wrong somewhere, unfortunately, women, we are at the receiving end. No matter what we do. But when I read this, let me read it for you. They said, richest woman in Nigeria, Folorunsho Alakija and husband, Modupe separates. When I heard about Doll, what's his name? That guy with NCA, Kinikon Doyle, what's his name? Very popular Doyle, D-O-Y-L-E. She's 72 years old. Wow. Oluwafumilayo says she's 72 years old. For a 72 years old woman to say, please excuse me. Otaita. Okay, now, they said richest woman in Nigeria, Folorunsho Alakija and husband Modupe separates. After over 30 years of marital bliss and just the twilight of marriage, the former society matriarch turned minister of the gospel, because you know she's now Patrick Doll. Thank you so much, Patrick Doll. Patrick Doll and wife separated after 30 years of marriage, you know, just like that. And the man has moved on. You can see him with his beautiful wife now, the young lady. They are everywhere. And he's saying it that, look, I am a happy woman, a happy man, because I found the love of my life. Yeah? Now, look at this. They said this woman, after 30 years of prison, she was a society lady, anywhere you want to talk about, when you talk about the likes of our former first lady, Miriam Babangida, those ones were the one that even gave her, gave her the oil block. Do you understand? So she was everywhere. She has been everywhere, sorry. She's still everywhere. But she decided to follow Christ. She decided that, look, I want to give up the life of being a society woman. I want to do more for Christ. I want to do more for humanity. Like I do say, it's not about Christianity alone. It's about the humanity. Who can you point to that have saved a life or have done something meaningful in their lives? Now, this woman that you are looking at said, look, it's enough. I have had all the good time, you know, in the society. I want to do more for Christ. And she became a Christian. She became, she had a foundation. She has a foundation which she pumps money like mad into. Remember, I'm talking about the richest woman in Nigeria. Folorunsho Alakija. Ọmọ, kí lorúkọ wọn náà? Ah, mo ti gbàgbé orúkọ bàbá Folorunsho. What's their father's name gan? She's from a rich home too. Ogbara. She is from Ogbara family. Do you understand? From Ikorodu side. So she's not from a poor home, but she herself did so much that times 100 times 100 on times 100. She's the richest woman in Africa. See, can you imagine? Onoyemi Odunjo, thank you. Funlayo Odunjo, Onoyemi, thank you, ma. You said she's the richest in Africa. Anyway, they said, richest woman in Nigeria, Folorunsho Alakija, separates. After over 30 years of marital bliss and just the twilight of marriage, former society matriarch turned minister of the gospel, Folorunsho Alakija, has suffered a devastating marital crisis. According to very reliable source close to the will, the mother of four, who is also Nigerian wealthiest woman, has allegedly separated from her husband, Modupe. Remember I said she's the wealthiest in Nigeria. Somebody told me here in Africa. For a woman that has been the richest in Nigeria, let's even leave Africa apart. For somebody that has been the richest woman in Nigeria and has been under a man for so many years, even after becoming rich. And they have been patching it and patching it. I'm sure the last born will be about 25 or 20-something years old. Not children, yeah? For her to walk out of a marriage, please jot it down. The businessman allegedly no longer spent cold nights in the arms of his wife on their matrimonial bed in their Eyebrow Ikoyi, Lagos home. They said Baba is no more with Mommy Folorunsho Alakija, the beautiful, elegant mommy that has stayed over all through our being rich, our affluent life, has stayed under a man. Yeah? Because so many stories we do here that when a woman becomes rich, she's like, she can't stay under a man. I'm not judging now, but for Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija, she has been there even while they were announcing her name as the richest woman in the whole world. What? Or all Africa. She has never come out to say, no, I made all this on my own. She has always respected her husband and stayed under the umbrella of Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija. Not me. It's even very difficult for you to know that she's from the Ogbara family. I know the Ogbaras. I remember our uncle in Ireland, in Republic of Ireland. We used to live together. A big man now. Is the junior brother to this woman. Yeah? So, for somebody like that, I've never heard her say, yeah, I'm from the Ogbara family. I'm a rich woman. I've been a rich child. I was born with silver spoon. No. I've always seen her to be like, yes, I am Mrs. Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija. So recognizing the fact that she's under a man and it is through that man that God has blessed her. That is my own interpretation. Because if I don't use I might use my knee, somebody, it doesn't matter. But for Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija, she has always been like Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija. So many people, so many children with silver spoon, we always not want to drop the father's name, yeah? But let's now go ahead. According to very reliable, okay, they have gone their separate ways, yeah. The businessman allegedly no longer spend nights in the arms of his wife on their matrimonial bed in the Eyebrow, Ikoyi, Lagos home. The couple were alleged to have been having frequent squabbles, which allegedly necessitated the wealthy woman to demand utmost privacy in their home. A ti ń gbọ́ lọ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Jẹ́ kí n mu tea. The particular one we have heard now, you know Ajoke is a very good girl. She will analyze it according to what we have heard. They said this woman, this particular Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija, and her husband of over 35 years, they have always had their always having quarrels. You will tell me that how many marriages do not have it? So many. We do have it. 24/7. Some ladies, some women can be terrible. Some men can be horrible. How have we been coping? That's what we ask ourselves. If we can cope with ourselves to over 30 years of marriage, what then happened that this woman would decide, no, I've had it. It's a no for me. I'm tired. Now, Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija, they said they are always having issues. Now, let me ask you a question. As the richest woman in Nigeria, and you have been a very dutiful wife, at least for now, for a very long time, we have not heard any scandal about this particular woman or even her husband. Sincerely, for both of them, I've never heard anything negative about their marriage out there. We are talking of somebody that's older than me, 74. Mom senior, yeah, and daddy will be about 80 or 78. They are both old. For them to say they are going their separate ways, it means a lot. Sincerely. Because the children will have sat down, at least their first son, if Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija is about 73, our first child should be about 40. Yeah? Probability. If our first child cannot settle it, there are more to it than meets the eyes. When children stand up to say, Dad, Mom, I think it's time for you to separate, it means a lot. No one wants separation. I still say it. But when your children say, Mom, if you go back to that man, that's finished. Dad, if you go back to that woman, it's finished between me and you. Then there is a question mark. Because the children have witnessed so many times of you guys exhibiting your hatred for each other. There are times that it's better for you to be separated than being together for the love of those children that you are protecting. I've said it severally. The children witness hostile environments amongst you. They witness toxic relationship between you and your wife or your husband, and you think you're giving their mental health is intact. No, you're destroying them more. When I walk out of the marriage, when I decide to walk out of it, know that I am protecting my children's lives, nothing else. When I decide to stay in a marriage, that means my children are still accepting the man considered to be their father. Because we, myself and my husband, we've had our own lives. We are good. Yeah? We know where we are and we know where we are going. But these ones, they are just starting their lives. It's what they see with us, what they witness as marriage, that will live with them forever, that will propel them to where they are going in life. Now, come on, let's listen. The couple were allegedly to have been having that they have been having issues. He was forced to seek accommodation elsewhere. One labor bajadi ni chai. They chased daddy out. They threw daddy's pant and singlet out. Sorry, daddy wa baba Folorunsho Alakija. Yeah, oko baba oko mommy wa. He was forced. He was pushed. He was thrown out by the richest woman in Africa to go and seek his own accommodation. How many of you are living on your wife's wealth? Yeah? On your wife's goodwill. And you are still doing gaga. Forget about the fact that, yes, I'm the head of the family. You cannot talk to me like that. We need to respect our men. That's what the Bible says. That's what Quran says. We should respect them. Let us give them the respect as the head of the family. But come on. When a man comes around and makes you that you are the provider, makes you feel less worthy. This is a preaching for another day. There are so many women that have put their lives under men because they just want to be. Remember that lady? Hey, what's her first name? Somebody Bello from United Kingdom, from United States of America. Adeke Benson, you're welcome, mommy. I love you, ma. Please, everybody, comment. Let me know you're watching. Buy me stars. Help my condition. Today is Mother's Day. Help me. Help me. Why are you doing like this? That lady, she's a doctor of nursing. And she came on the program. We were talking about domestic violence. When you talk about domestic violence, you're talking about so many violence against the other party. It's not only physical, like I said. So many of us lay so much emphasis on they beat you, you beat them, they beat. That is not the only abuse that exists. Emotional abuse is the most one that is killing for most women. And exactly what that lady came out to talk to us about. She explained what she was going through. Because verbal, Yemi, God bless you, verbal and emotional, psychological abuse. Do you know what that woman said? When she was in that marriage, she was doing everything possible because she was the higher earner and the family provider. And she was doing everything to ensure that he looks like the man. And she doesn't take his place. So many men will complain about you taking their place. If you are not one of those that takes a man's place, sit comfortably and watch them. Some of them have complex. That is the truth. Some of them do have complex. And so, whatsoever you do, they take it on board. They take it on board. This particular lady said she was doing everything that even the children knew. She would go and work. This man had no job. Maybe he was a carer or something in the United States of America. And the wife was a doctor. But the wife was covering up. But because of the fact that he was feeling like, you know what it means? For you to have a wife that is a doctor, you are a carer, and it's like she's the one providing everything, and you're feeling inferior to a woman that you lay upon. You are the man now. At least you sleep upon her. Men, wake up. Not all women. I'm not saying there are no nasty ones. Not all women are like that. Some of us might earn more than you, but we respect you, we love you, we adore you. But so many of you are losing your confidence as men. I'm not saying that is what is happening to mommy and daddy here, but they say they are always having frequent issues. Remember, when people say, I can't move to my wife's house, why not? A wife that has given you everything. I am not saying there are some women that you will see it in them right from the onset that this one is a controlling one. But that one now, you go and move with that one. It's your own wahala. But somebody that you're saying that this is a woman, God has blessed her. Let's work together as husband and wife. And for you to have 4 children together and have lived over 30 years together. For that woman to say, enough is enough, it goes a long way. Because every woman wants adeori. Unlike so many of us, we have, adeogun, plenty out there. Some of us are very lucky to have the real adeori. But for her to say, yes, I want to stay under a man and have that adeori, then what happened? Why all of a sudden? For this man to have been with her, this is like a family home that they have been together. This is not considered as my wife's own or my own. There are so many families like that you cannot distinguish between husband's own, wife's own. What are you talking about? You don't even talk about that. This is for me and my husband, for me and my wife. We don't even think about it. Now, for this man to say, for the wife to call him, Adeke Bensi said, maybe Baba has fathered many children outside of their marriage and many times. I don't know. Joke Ayeni said, Uncle Modu is temperamental. Who is Uncle Modu? Temperamental. Okay, that's the man. Only daddy. Oh, man, bonogon. Okay, that's the man, eh? And see me, Adi Omade. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàtà, my beautiful sister, Ashabi Elorisha, sister me, love you, ma. You're welcome, ma. You know, for this man to say yes, enough is enough. For the woman to say, it's the woman that asked him to leave, not the other way around. And that is why I start wondering why all of a sudden, a marriage of over 30 years, with plenty children that are grown. Odunjo, okay, ma. He was forced to seek accommodation elsewhere. He allegedly lives alone within the same Ikoyi neighborhood. Calls and text messages to him seeking clarification went unanswered. They have been trying to call daddy. Daddy, what happened? Daddy, all of a sudden you are mommy. You and mommy Alakija parted ways. No. We need to know the reason why you have decided to move out, or did mommy push your load outside? Daddy has not picked the call. Daddy has refused to pick the call. Walai, Baba mi ò gbé call. Popsi, wọ́n ò gbé call o. He has refused to carry the call. Sources reveals that it has not all been smooth sailing for the couple this past few years, and they have allegedly been forced to put up united front because of their status in the society. Tó bá jẹ́ yẹn ni, do you know how many marriages that people live as kí lẹ máa ń pè wọ́n ná? Neighbors, àbí what do you call them? When you live together with somebody in the house, co-tenants. So many marriages are like that, sincerely. And that is why I always advise people. You women out there that you are crying and they are okay. I can't find a man. Since I am less. Do you know what Auntie Ajoke is going through in her marriage? They are flatmates. Yes. Do you know if Auntie Ajoke is crying day and night about the man she has with her? Do you know what she's going through? So many marriages are like this. Ensuring that people understand the fact that we are married for status sake. For them to call me Mrs. Lagbaja. For them to say Mr. Lagbaja has a wife at home. So many marriages are like that. Believe me. So save our faces out there. But I do tell you, you're saving a face out there. What are you facing at home? Do you look at that man and feel like, or do you look at that woman and say, hi, where have I gotten this man, babe, that is beside me? If it has come to that, then please don't be deceived. Marriage is not a do or die affair. It's difficult to make such decision. Walai. We all sleep and cry on our own like, what will the society say? Me, a whole me, Folorunsho Alakija, mi oloko, that I have sent my husband packing. A whole me, Mr. Afford do Abuko. Yeah, you're welcome, ma. Or sir, whoever that's, like a whole me. People saying, yeah, a whole Alakija. My wife sent me out, or I moved out of the house, the family home. I know I have to patch it. Don't patch. Daddy, if you patch, this is how they are going to push you out. Mommy, if you patch, this is the way they are going to put you out. Sometimes separation helps. Sometimes you let that person go. Dr. said, so many marriages are like that. Okay. One thing I don't like is that they wait until old age before they depart. My dear, it's the society that has been telling them, you can't leave your man like that. Now. Think about your children. Think about your children. You can't leave your wife. Think about your children. Children will go. Let's look at this scenario. I'm not saying that is what really happened. What of if mommy Folorunsho Alakija, if she has been taking everything in because of the fact that the society will laugh at her? What of if he has been a very nasty husband? So many things men do. I do say don't go to their phones because you go cry. Whoa, somebody then cut onion. They go cut onion for your eyes. If you dey hear say your papa die, your mama die where you do cry, you go cry. Dry smoked awu alata, you are welcome, sir. He's a man, he will tell us, Mr. Smoked awu alata. Men, when you go into their phones, you go cry. But I'm not saying that is what happened to mommy and daddy. What of if he has this habit of nagging? Some men, you cannot please them. No matter what you do at home, you have done nothing. Even if there are some talika alagidi. There are some talika alagidi. That's why I say in America, many stay in marriage because of children and taxes. In Africa, we stay in marriage so many times because of the children. Now, what of if all along, when they were growing up as young couple, the man was okay, yeah? And all of a sudden, God blessed the wife more than the husband. And the man becomes something else. Talika lagidi. My dear, so many things that we cannot talk about in marriage. No one has it all. There is no procure for marriage. Mine is different from yours. Yours is different from mine. So I cannot advise you. That is the sincere truth. What I'm going through, what I can patch, you might not be able to patch it. You might look at it and say, so marriage is all about that. For my mommy Alakija. Could it be that daddy has so many children outside and daddy is using mommy's money, mommy sweats, mommy, you don't even know how mommy got the oil well. And then you are there spending the money lavishly. I'm not saying that that is what happened though. I'm just looking at scenarios though. Please don't get me wrong, yo. This is not alleged. This is just imagination of what could have happened. Because so many marriages, things that happens between a man and a woman, it's all about cheating from the side of the man. So many women will keep quiet. You are in a home and you are upstairs or you are downstairs and you listen to conversation between your husband that has got nothing and a babe promising heaven and earth. Maybe that's what mommy had. And mommy will be like, I like somebody that I pray for 24/7 kneeling down to pray for. Is there telling a girl, I will marry you tomorrow? I will marry you next tomorrow? And some even destroying their wives to girlfriend. Talking ill of their wives. Have you not seen that? Adike Benson said, my aunt and husband lived together but separated in 3-bedroom flat before the man eventually passed on. Aimoye. Maybe this couple that we are looking at, Mr. and Mrs. Alakija, the perfect couple of our time, maybe they have not been sleeping together with each other for years. Can you remember Bill Gates and his wife? Temitayo. Yes, now. Aimoye. That is what marriage is all about. Olufunketaya Bello said, some men will come and say because she's the richest, But what about Melinda Gates, the wife of Gates, the billionaire? She still walked away. Definitely. Definitely. So it's not because of her own influence and affluence or her wealth. She walked away. She decided to live for a purpose. Let's read on. So that they won't say she's a feminist. I am not. Oh. I don't. Some women, I detest their ways of lives. I detest it. Because I've seen some women maltreating their husband so badly that you think, kilo shokuni, she could walk away. Ni. I've seen. In the name of religion, most of them. So, that is not what... I'm not a feminist. I will say it the way it is. It is. I'm not going to show you both. He was forced to seek accommodation. Daddy go and look for another place. He allegedly lived alone with this, in the same community. That's neighborhood. Calls and tests, they can't get daddy. Now, let's go ahead. Sources reveal that it has not all been smooth sailing for the couple at Ikalekon this past few years, and they have allegedly, people will say because she became rich. That's not it. She must have been enduring and over-enduring. So, I know you. This latest development is coming barely 5 months after the will, that's their name, the will, exclusively reported that the former fashion designer and the founder of Famfa Oil Limited, that's Mommy, an oil and gas exploration business, has allegedly been battling some health issues, particularly with her eyes. They said Mommy has eye problem. They are bringing out a narrative that Mommy has been having eyes problem. Could it be that? Could it be that? Daddy, because Daddy sees that Mommy's eyes are like, I can't see well. Daddy has been bringing babes in. I don't know. They said because they have seen that Mommy's eyes cannot see very well. Mommy's eyes are like, who are coming? Who is there? Who is there? Could it be that Daddy is now bringing babes in? And Mommy or those parrots amebo around now called Mommy and said, Mommy, Daddy ngbewole o da. Me, I'm just saying, could it be new? Koro. They said, Mommy, that owns Famfa Oil. Mommy is rich. Famfa Oil Limited. That because she has been battling with eyesight issue, that Daddy has been, and that was started sharp. Family and friends tried as much as they could to put a lid on it, just as they tried with her current marital status. What does that mean? Has she been married before? Okay, no. Family and friends tried as much as they could to put a lid on it as they tried to with her current marital status. Okay, that they have been trying for a very long time for her not to become Miss Ogbara. That's what it means. Yes. They have been trying so much. All the family members, Abugo, Mr. Akim Ogbara, gbogbo àwọn ẹbí Ogbara, àti ti àwọn ẹbí daddy wa from the family of that man, they have been coming together. Ojo, Nitiwa, we must not go through this. The society must still see you as Mr. and Mrs. Never. You will not leave this man in the mighty name of Jesus. You will not leave this your wife with all the children. What will the Dasaki at 35 years say? What will the Shukura at 42 years say? They have been trying. They said they have called them severally. But go see, No tata for yon egbo ijamagbolo. The family and friends, I've said it, for them to decide to go this way. The family, not even family and friends, the immediate family, which is the child, the children, will have called the two of them together. Daddy and mommy. Daddy. At what age? Mommy. Hey, if daddy let's see. Why would you leave your husband at 72 or 73? Daddy at 76. Where are you going, daddy? Daddy, no, you are going nowhere. But for the children to be like, okay, it's time for them to move. There is a point somewhere that we are not looking at. Walai. Family and friends tried as much as they could to put a lid on it, and they tried with her current marital startup. Her health challenge became more pronounced when one of her sons tied the knot early last year, and very unlikely the Alakijas of old, there was little or no noise about their marriage ceremony. So they said because of her eyesight issue, that mommy is not seeing very well again. Even when they had their last son's wedding, the last wedding they had for one of their children, that it was not, elaborate as it would have been. Maybe because of her health challenge. This one is a gossip. Maybe you understand. I'm reading you. During the wedding, the media was tactically controlled. Photographers were not allowed to take pictures arbitrarily, and anyone found doing so was asked to delete them. The planning of the wedding was on a need-to-know basis, and guests who know the invitations were well scrutinized. Credit the will. Okay. They said during the wedding, the last wedding they had for one of their children, that they scrutinized everybody coming into the, when you're going to the wedding and they say, don't take picture in this wedding, don't take picture, because mommy cannot see where mommy is doing like this, is doing like this, I'm not saying that is what happened, but that is what they have written. Yeah, that I've read. Yes. So surely there must have been something, that have caused this that we are saying. Of course, health challenges sometimes can make you feel unwell. If you're unwell, you're unwell, and it can affect your relationship. We deal with so many people here that even when they have dementia, it affects the relationship between a man and a woman. The woman might be alleging some things that never happened, or the man might be alleging things that never happened. So sometimes it could be because of the fact that, of a health challenge of eyesight, and, she's seeing daddy bringing in, or that is daddy neglecting her needs. Is he now leaving her to her chores, or, because sometimes the other partner might not know that they are hurting this partner because of her health issue. She becomes erratical. She becomes something that you cannot handle. And then this man will be like, this is not the person I married, and neglect her or neglect her needs. And it's so many times for a woman to say, please, I need my space. It goes a long way. For so many comments I've read today on that blog, that, God, Adeke Benson said one of the son is married to the current CBN governor's daughter. You can imagine. Rich people. Rich. The rich will always marry the rich. God is our strength. Let's do our amebo on them. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, I was reading one, some of the comments on the blog. People were saying, may you never go and live with your wife, or may you not see anything that will make you go and pack to your wife's house. It depends on the relationship, honestly. It depends on relationship. If you and your wife are living in Ajegunle, for those living in Ajegunle, I'm not looking at it as a bad place, but I'm just a rented apartment or a rented slap me, I kiss you room in Ajegunle, and God bless your wife, built a house in Lekki or bought a house in Ikoyi, and she says, sweetheart, these are all the property documents. It is all yours. Let's go there. Would you say no? So if you say no, and your children, you can see your children saying, Daddy, let's go, let's go, let's go. Would you say no? No. There's sometimes it depends on your partner, a woman or a man. Do you understand? So, like I said, I don't know. For them to have been holding on to this for a very long time, and for us to see what we're seeing today. But remember, they said they have been talking to mommy for a very long time to keep that as status of Mrs. Alakija because of society, even though she was suffering in the marriage. So many of us women, so many of us men. I spoke with one of our men, seeking for relationship today, and I wept. In fact, I didn't let him know how I felt him talking. He's a professional here in the UK. I've put his details out there. He needs a woman. This is a man that has done so well for himself. Is a professional. When I say professional, not just anybody. He's done everything to ensure that he is up there. But unfortunately, he's nowhere because of marriage. So it is not peculiar to women. No. Some men do go through domestic violence. He's here in the UK. He's got 2 children. One has been disqualified as his. One is his. He needs somebody that wants to, and that's why I'm coming back to our singles section. So let me hold on to that. But so many men too are going through domestic violence. Domestic violence is not about slapping, or some men, you're not giving them peace of mind. Some men are out there suffering, but because of the fact that they are abroad, so many of them here, they cannot speak out. Are you a woman within yourself? Within yourself that, I'm dealing with that man. Please sit him down and let him know the truth. If he is the one that has the issue, let him know. But if not, if you're just doing it for the fact that you are abroad, then God sees your heart and knows your mind, and God will judge you accordingly. Yeah? And for so many of us out there, that we are patching up because of society, because of religion, because of whatsoever. I pray that it's not too late for us to learn. May the Lord give us insight into our marriages. This one that I've seen speaks volume. For a woman to decide at 70-something, that is when you need a man in your life. That is when a man needs a woman in his life at that old age. Because as they grow older, when our children are grown, I've told you that for people looking for spouses, when they are growing older, they are moving away. So many of these children, Baba's children, Mama's children, do not even live with them. Have you asked yourself how many women that have children for Baba out that she cannot even tell us out here, but that she has covered up? We don't know. I am not saying he has done it. But if it's a woman, ayé àti gbọ́ òun á mọ̀. Tòwó lówó lọ́wọ́ lọ dóko ń ta. Wọ́n fún lóyún bí mo fẹ́ lómi. But it's a man's world. But when a woman says, it is high time I moved, she's got a case. No woman wants to leave a home that is sweet. No woman wants no woman wants to leave a caring man. No. Sincerely. We might just be like, I don't care and all that. But we appreciate men more than the way you think. But when a woman decides to say, look, daddy, pack your load and go. I care less about what people say. At 72, it means a lot. Our children will have sat her down Did you not hear what they said? Her children would have sat her down, Mom, what are you doing? And for her to still stand by her feet. Because at that age, it's the children that decides for us. So for her, you might say, okay, she's rich, maybe the children will not. No. They will look at their mother's emotion. They will look at everything that surrounds what she has accused that man of. We don't know what is the accusation. No. For me, for now, we don't know. Maybe daddy has impregnated about 10 women out there. You know, men. Their cost is she's sharing even at old age. But the thing is, for a woman to say, I'm walking out of a marriage at age 72, it goes a long way. And go far, far, far. You cannot stay with some men. Some are terrible. Any column, that I pray for all women. For this couple, I wish them all the best. For all you struggling wives, struggling mothers, I pray God gives you the patience, the love of God, you know, to bear it. If you can, but if you cannot. I remember when she had her 60th birthday, Adeke Benson, oh, okay. If you cannot, well, it's your choice. Because sometimes you start wondering, 70, kilo tuku fa mejeji. They are both old and, you know, all they need is carers coming in to take care of them. And for them to just enjoy the fruit of their labor. So if a woman says, Daddy, move your Daddy, pack all your I am tired of you, Daddy. It goes a long way. Sincerely, it's a bottled up issue. Believe me. Bottled, not just one of those one. Do you understand? Not just now. For a woman to decide now is a bottled up issue. That so many people, so many women cry on their beds, on their pillows. And some of them will call their children, and your mom, Baba yo, Baba yo, Baba o, Baba lele abi someone no. Baba lele abi someone no. Abi she daddy lele abi someone no. Abi she daddy lele abi someone no. So many women are going through issues. Is this a father or some? Anyways, I wish them all the best. You know, on our platform. Bo, look, we do a above. All I want to do is to ensure that we carry all the news and give it to you people as it is. Undiluted. Yes. So that you will know that Ileola only serious issue. Marriage. So many marriages are not working. They are all passing up. So many mommy and daddy that we see. Daddy, I love you. It's a lie. When they put off the camera, that's what they say. So many. So some of you that you are crying and saying you want a theory, so many of us are there that we have. We don't have a theory. So many. I thank God for my life. But so many of us, have a theory. You see us, we laugh out, we speak out. That is this, that is that. Is a lie. Some of you are better off than most of us married. I swear. Don't let me swear. I tell you. Some of you that without a man, you are better off. Some of us, we bought Oko with money, but useless Oko. That's not even working well. My darling, I wish us all the best. Adé ẹ̀gbọ́n ló pọ̀ nínú àwọn adé tó wà nísìnyí. Crown with thorns. That's what we call them. I want the crown of my... I want the crown. I want the crown. Don't ask for thorn crown. Thorn. 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 Are there so many of them that we have? Afia jem, mafia yo. Some of them do not wish their wives well. Yes, once a woman is successful, they get jealous. Once a woman, don't let them know. Once a woman becomes successful, they become so jealous that they can't hide it. Very useless men. But whatsoever, whatever you do, you will gain in Jesus' name. Because your children are watching. They can see, they can hear. They are not deaf. They might be 2, 3, 5 years old. They see how you are suffering as a mother. For you, successful women, please stay up there. Don't be deterred. Don't feel intimidated. Stand on your feet. Know that you are doing the best. Do not disrespect your husbands. They are theories. But please, do not be subjected to ridicule. They want to put you down. Do not accept it. Do as God sends you. God bless you. Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija. God bless you, ma'am. I don't know why you sent Daddy away. But maybe we should know why. How can you tell Daddy to pack his things? That you need fresh air. Daddy, can you pack your things out? Can you please pack your... Yeah, tough, Daddy. But when you know that you are not the owner of the house, and why are you doing shoki? I don't know if that was what happened. Though. Anyways, for a woman to send a man packing, there are loads and loads to unveil. Thank you so much. Now let's go straight to, like, as it unfolds, I'll bring it to you, my AK family, so that it's in your Bobby, in Jesus' name. Now, let's talk about friendship, relationship. I spoke about this man that I put out there. For you looking for relationship in the UK, there is still one person that I'm on his matter for now. All others, I appreciate you. I'm connecting. I'm doing the connection. But, you know, I just want to ensure that the matching is right. You understand? But for this particular man, I said, is in his late 40s, is looking for a woman here in the UK. Nowhere else. Don't call me and say, Auntie Ajoke, I want to marry. This particular one that I have a man for, if you are a woman and you are in childbearing age, that's between 25 to 45, you can still have children. 40, you can still have children. Please contact me. Even if you're a divorcee or you are a single mother, but you can still have a child. This man is in need of companionship, is in need of a wife, is in need of a mother to children that can have his own children. He's a divorcee. He has no children living with him. He lives alone here in the UK. If you are not in the UK and you are calling me, Auntie, I am interested, I don't like you, I will block you. For this particular one, you can tell me, yes, Auntie Ajoke, I'm looking for a partner, which I am doing. I'm, pairing people together. But this particular one that I am 100% serious about, 100, that needs a woman immediately here in the UK. If you are looking for a husband, and you are sincere, you are not the one that will break somebody's heart, and you will give me bad name like Ajoke Oni Sonu Piani. Please, I beg you, in the mighty name, I will kunle for you. I will kunle for Eledai. If you are not looking for husband, don't call me. If you are here in the UK, in the United Kingdom, and you are looking for husband, you really want the bone of your bone, the flesh of your flesh, and you can still have children, contact me. Let me give you my number. For every other person looking for relationship, we are, trying together to get somebody with somebody. You understand? You said you have not heard from me. Let me see. I'm coming now. You can hear from me. I don't want to give you bad person name. People are plenty. Men are plenty. Okay? I can see your message. Okay? Call me. If you're looking for a relationship that will last forever, this man is a professional, is separated, is on his own, and he wants a woman that will forever be his wife. He's lonely. He wants a woman. He wants the bone of his bone. Please call me on +44 74 66 25 7385. +44 74 66 25 7385. For all others looking for a relationship, if you're a man and you're looking for a woman to marry here in the UK or in Nigeria, I try as much as possible not to do long distance relationship. Please, let's be specific. Tell me your age, your genotype, your preference, what you do, your occupation, where you're from, and the type of woman you want. Or if you're a woman, the type of man you want. I've got lovely, beautiful ladies that are out there that are looking for relationship. But please, let me know, you as a man, come to me, let me interview you, let me know what you want. I'm not doing hookup. If you want hookup, go to Legge. I beg you, don't call me, call Ajoke mo fe we ntin fe do. Mi le fun ele to fe do. Mi le to ma do lodo. Ṣàánú mi. I have only responsible men and responsible women. Please give me a call. And don't forget, we sell all our glasses. You can imagine. Yeah. This is prescription glasses. And they're all branded. Designer ni. Wallahi. Ajoke fine. Don't you know? I am a beautiful girl. Because I'm taking care of myself. No man can do shakara for me. I am taking care of myself. It's you that will look old. You go and do from here, it's you that will just become useless. But me, I'm a babe. Baby girl for life. That's Ajoke. So don't forget, buy glasses. I've got men and women own. For all your prescription glasses, call Ajoke. Yes. And for all this lovely hair, you can see the hair looks like you are looking at my scalp. Doesn't it look like that? Yes. Looks so much as if you are looking at my scalp. Call Ajoke. Yeah. Call me for all your beautiful hair. I love and appreciate every one of you. Keep being you. Call me for all your relationship. If you're interested in serious women that are abroad here, but you must be living abroad. I've got some that will say, I don't want anybody. Mommy, me, auntie me, Alaya Bilkis, Abiola Jones, you're welcome, sis. I love you, sis. Sis, you have not bought stars for about how long? You need to buy stars for me. Help my condition. Help my condition. So, if you're looking for real relationship and it's a serious one, I beg you, call me. Yeah, I don't do hookup. I do serious relationship. Somebody who is looking for, when we get, as we ladies, especially we ladies, we are getting older. We want somebody that we can call our own. The real Adi not Adi. You see, Bukola Shobo, God bless you. Maria, give me a kiss. Thank you for giving me stars. You are my first star giver this month. You are the best. I swear to God. Can I shake for you? Shake for you. Thank you so much for giving me stars. Everyone, please help my condition. Buy me stars. I love you. Help me. Buy me stars. Do you want me to come and fight before you buy me stars? Do you want me to abuse and say to me before you buy me stars? No. Please help my condition. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. Buy stars for me. So, like I said, sometimes it's where we women, we want somebody we can call our own, especially when the children are grown, or they are growing, and they're going to leave you very soon. You want somebody beside you. Forget it. Men too are lonely. Men, they are lonely too. We just feel that, they are enjoying. No. So many men are out there looking for the right woman. Okay, Ramadan outreach. We are doing outreach too. We do Ramadan outreach. But whatsoever, may God bless you as you give. Anybody that is giving the needy, the helpless in the society, God will replenish your pockets in 1,000 folds. Don't forget, I do help the needy. If you want to be part of my program to help the needy, please inbox me, call my number. We help people that do not have. Femi Gibbs, Daddy me, you have not sent money to us to help the needy. Help condition and woman Naija. Daddy me, my darling brother, my friend's sweetheart that is doing it to my friend that is helping mommy this month to do it. You're welcome, sir. The number to call is +44 7474 778239. If you want to help the needy, please give me a call. For this Ramadan, they are doing something. I'm going to put it on our platform. Help, please. God will help you. As you support those that are hungry, the Lord will not make your children, your seventh generation hungry in the mighty name of Jesus. Be a partner to Ajoke in ensuring that the needy are fed. Okay? I love and appreciate every one of you. Call me for your glasses. Call me for your beautiful hair. And tell me that Ajoke, you're a fine girl. Have a wonderful night. Good night. Bye.